Good morning and Happy New Year to everyone. I am Marina Papanikoulas, CEO of the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce, and I would like to welcome you to our very first Chamber Chat of the year here at Ageless Aesthetics by HB Walsh with owner Heather Walsh and GTRCC Chairman Phil Brilliant. Thank you for having us, Heather.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. Good morning, and beautiful office you have here in Bayville, New Jersey. So we've gone south of the border, I guess, is what it ends up being. Ageless Aesthetics. Tell us about what you do, and I was like, what's a normal day for you?
So every day is a little different, which I love. I'm a registered nurse, and I have been for over 30 years. And I recently took the initiative to become involved in the aesthetics field. We perform different skin tightening procedures, anti-aging, body contouring. So everything is designed to help men and women feel better about themselves, improve their appearance, and the best part of these procedures is that they have minimal downtime and are completely non-invasive.
We were thinking this morning we're going to do this like the Today Show, like the Katie Couric colonoscopy, but we had too many volunteers who wanted to get their face done, but that's okay. But tightening of the face, I mean, what are we exactly talking about? And uninvasive. So am I not going to have pain because I don't like pain?
Completely pain-free. Most procedures can be done in under an hour, and you don't really feel much of anything.
Ignore the
We have several different options to choose from. We have jet plasma, which kind of remodels the skin from the inside out while leaving no injury to the face. We have microchanneling, which uses very fine needles, but they barely penetrate the first layer of skin, but they work to stimulate the deeper layers, which is where all the magic happens. We do plasma fibroblast, which is our most invasive, but still never puncturing the skin. The skin is completely numbed, and we use a device that creates small brown dots. It reacts, the energy coming through the pen reacts with the gases coming off of your skin, and it makes little brown dots on the skin, immediately tightens and shrinks the skin before your eyes as you're doing it. And there's no pain associated at all because your skin is numbed.
I like that play on words, before your eyes. That was very good. But basically any skin tightening, so it doesn't just have to be your face. Like like as we get older, we get these little gurgles on the neck. How about the arms?
We can treat anywhere on the face or body. Generally, people notice aging signs first in the lower third of their face, just due to gravity. So the neck, the jowls, the jawline, and we kind of target our care to hit those areas. Not many people come in and do just face without a neck. Everybody kind of wants to include their neck. And depending on the treatment you choose, sometimes we'll recommend a series based on how significant your wrinkling is or your skin laxity. But something like plasma fibroblast generally is one treatment, just a couple days of minimal downtime where you have just the dots, but there's no other restrictions except not putting anything on top of it. Jet plasma and microchanneling, you can literally perform both on your lunch hour and go back to work. You don't leave with any injury to the skin, possibly mild redness, but that's really the extent of it.
So basically, like I'm going out to grab a sandwich, I can come in, get something done on my face. It just looked like maybe I was in the wind a little.
Absolutely.
And back to work and nobody would know the difference.
Absolutely.
This
You look like
good.
you had a very relaxing lunch.
Oh, I need some relaxing lunches. Give me an idea of what a consultation is like. Somebody comes in and honestly clueless. I have some wrinkles on my face. I have something, I want to get some work done. How do you work through to determine what the best thing is for everybody?
So our consultations are always free. I will spend time with the person and kind of determine what their schedule allows, what their comfort level is, as far as some people are absolutely not willing to walk around with dots on their face for a few days. But if they have time off from work or they're retired and they can stay home, that's fine. I have other people who don't care. They go to work and let it all show. It doesn't matter to them. Some people are very afraid of pain, so we start with one of the lesser procedures like jet plasma, where the only thing you're going to feel is maybe a very slight vibration. And people find it extremely relaxing. The more significant the wrinkles are, obviously, the more treatments I would recommend, or the more significant of a procedure I would recommend.
Now, we talked about before when we first came in, not just for wrinkles, but for acne also.
Yes.
Would that be for all ages?
Absolutely. We've treated teenagers. The devices are absolutely safe. We go through not only the treatment here, but little things they can do at home as aftercare. I have products here that I help to educate them about simple things like changing their pillowcases every other day, which most of them don't think of, because as you're sleeping, the bacteria is coming out of your mouth and into your pillowcase, and then your cheek is. So there are other little things that you can do to help, but a few sessions of jet plasma and a little bit of LED light therapy, and they're usually clear.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about that because the 2 dogs in the pillowcases, they take care of anything that might be on there, as I just sleep on the dogs and,
Yes.
and that's it. If somebody's coming in, just, a basic 1, 2, 3 treatment, I know it's tough to say, but is it something that is now you're starting a process for the rest of your life?
Not necessarily. Generally, I like to do at least 3 treatments if I'm doing jet plasma, because you want to make sure that you're hitting those deeper layers of the skin where all of the collagen and elastin are produced. So doing a series seems to help the best with having your body start to rejuvenate that way. Most of the time, the results based on your lifestyle, of course, can last anywhere from 2 to 5 years on all of these treatments. But I do have people who choose to come back every couple months or monthly and just do one quick treatment as kind of a maintenance. I have people who spend a lot of time in the sun, so as soon as they get back from a vacation, they come in and they work the magic and erase all of the damage they've done while they've been out. So it varies, but
Any chance insurance pays for this at all?
not at this time.
Not this time.
We do offer financing though. We do have, it's similar to Care Credit, we use cherry
Right.
financing. So even the larger packages can be covered and paid at your comfort level.
So I have to ask, so you have 30 years of experience as a nurse. We talked a little about that you were in the schools and decided you want to do something different. How did this come up? How did you choose this?
As I've been aging, I've been looking for things that are not surgical, that I could do to prolong and improve the health of my skin. It's been really interesting to see how many different treatments are out there. Surgery has become unattainable for many people when you're talking about $30,000 for a facelift and 6 weeks off of work for recovery. So having options that are non-invasive and include minimal downtime have been important to me, and it just kind of was a natural progression that I knew my friends would be interested. I knew there were many women out there in the same position who would love to do something like this.
And men too.
Yes.
Men too.
Men too.
And I would have to imagine the world has changed so much, because of COVID
Yes.
and everything. And one of the things that has changed is there's many people who are now remote working.
Correct.
Okay. And with remote work, you're on TV all day long. Let it be a Zoom call, let it be this. Let me make sure my lighting is right. And it's actually, I'm noticing more and more that people have bought those circular lights because I can see them glowing in the background. That's got to be a commercial to get, like, let me fix up my face because I need to look
Those
good on
cameras
TV.
are harsh.
Yeah.
You can hide a lot, but you can't with bad lighting and bad cameras.
Right.
So a lot of people don't hear what's even going on in their Zooms because they're so focused on how they look and trying to position themselves or change their lighing or move around.
Turn their camera off. I'm not turning my camera on today.
Exactly.
There's been many of those opportunities here.
Exactly.
And that's it. How many days a week are you open? How do we make a consultation versus an appointment? How do we get a hold of you?
So I live right here in town, so I'm very flexible with my scheduling. I will work weekends if someone needs. All of my hours are by appointment, so I'm not here general hours 9 to 5. It just depends on when I have clients. I can be reached through my website, or my cell phone number is on my Instagram.
Your website?
On here, agelessaestheticsnj.com. My cell phone is always on, and most of the time we do a consultation first. If we're doing something that doesn't take a lot of time and doesn't have a lot of prep work for me, like jet plasma, I can usually do your first session at your consultation if you choose.
Something that's popped in my head.
Mhm.
Scarring, not necessarily from the
Right.
from the process,
Mhm.
but I have a cut on my face. I may have a cut on
Yes.
my arm. Can you do something about scarring?
Absolutely. So jet plasma is known to help improve scarring. We've treated people with acne scarring from their teens. We've treated them into their 40s, and we've made a visible difference within 3 sessions.
Oh wow.
Plasma fibroblast also can help treat scars, stretch marks, any of those kinds of concerns.
Okay, very good, very good. So let's see, we are in Bayville,
Yes.
right off of Route 9.
Correct.
I now know where we are down here.
Yes.
To get a hold of you, best way is that's your cell phone number?
That's myself.
848-992-3157 or Ageless Aesthetics New Jersey, NJ, gotta be exact here, .com. And it's been great talking to you today. Thank you, Heather, for coming out this morning. A beautiful office. I was looking, one of the questions I was gonna ask you is I noticed there were no mirrors, but then I did notice a mirror over here. You know, so I was like, basically, this is the way to come in, and it's not just about beautifying yourself, but it's also about like quality of life and health going forward.
Yes, confidence and feeling good about yourself. Absolutely.
Well, thank you very much. Thanks for being
Thank
a member
you.
of the Greater Toms River Chamber of Commerce.
Thanks so
And
much.
we will see you next month. Don't know where yet, but enjoy yourself. Stay well.